talk about it.
I haven't blew many accounts. Like I haven't blown any. This is still the same account. You know what I mean? Like I
You
just
really have the
haven't.
same account from like
Yeah,
months ago?
yeah. Just
That's
I will
sick.
get it to a certain area, and then I'll either
Bro,
like
that's
I'll
so fire.
I'll either like fail the challenge. You know what I mean? Because I just get frustrated, or I will go negative, like down to like $300 or $400, and then just stop and wait until the next month when I pay again.
Dude. All right, well, let me just we just went live, so we are live officially on YouTube and X. What's going on, everyone?
Hello,
Welcome.
hello.
Sunday night open. So this is my buddy John. He hasn't been on stream with me yet, but he's a good friend of mine from back in the day, like a non-trading friend. He's been a friend from a whole nother life back in the day, and
Yeah.
he's been trading for like how long do you think you've been trading now? A year?
Like full, like officially, like prop firm trading, probably
Yeah, prop firm trading, like
a
futures.
little over a year. Yeah, a little over a year.
And bro, I wanted to get him on because this dude really knows how to talk trading really well. He's very smart. He was always like a smart kid back in the day too. So yeah, I just wanted to start talking with him and get him on stream every now and then because he trades ICT, right? You still trading ICT.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, it blew my mind how quick he picked up on it. So yeah, we're going to talk about all that. Maybe talk about your prop firm journey. Hopefully, try and find a trade or two. We'll let some people start to get in here. Like I was telling you, I don't have a huge following, but we usually get like at least 20 to 30 people on YouTube. And then sometimes we'll have like 50, 80 to 100 on X.
Oh
So
hell yeah, that's really
we'll,
good.
let, we'll let that get some people in here. But yeah, man. So, first off, actually, how has your trading been? Like, how was it last week?
Last week I actually had one bad day. It was my first bad day all month, and I had three trades that I went down by I think it was 1,200, and then I you know stopped for the day. I went to work, and then like 2 days later, I had another trade, two trades, one for 746 and one for like 235. So I like kind of got
Okay.
the money back. So I was up and down last week. Right now, currently, count balance is 102,638, and I need
Okay.
106,000 is what I need. So
Not bad. Not bad.
yeah, the
Real
lock in is
quick,
at like 31, I think.
I gotta say what up to a couple of people who got into the chat. What up? What up, Melik? What up, Stylist? How you doing, guys? Remember, guys, please. I hate to sound like too much of an influencer, but like the stream when you get in here. I'll remind you guys a couple of times. It helps a lot with the algorithm. But yeah, man. So you're trading what, a 100K account with my funded futures,
Yeah,
right?
correct. 100K account. I got it when they had some sort of sale. They were doing like any size account for $50.
Yeah,
So
I
I
remember that.
picked this up,
Solid
and
deal.
yeah, it was a good one.
Really
Um,
good deal.
I haven't like I get it so close to fun. I think the highest I've gotten it was like 4,700, and I always I always let my emotions take over. I start seeing something that's not there or whatever,
Yeah.
and then sometimes I'll even just reset it. Like
Yeah, sure.
I've been up like 2,200, but my drawdown was affected, and I was like, you know what? I'll just reset it.
100%,
Just
man. I mean, that's what it's there for. Like a lot of people forget that everybody thinks that they need to start making a shitload of money with prop firms in their first year of trading. Like really the purpose of the prop firm, especially for beginners, is it's actually like helping you save money. Because if you were trying to do this on your own, you
oh,
would
I'd be
have to
broke.
fund a personal account. You'd be broke. So instead, you spend $50, $100 a month, whatever the case is, and you get to practice risk free. But you also
Hmm.
get to like feel like you have skin in the game, right? And you do have a potential for reward, which is dope.
Absolutely. It's like hands-on learning, and then like it's like almost like an internship, you like you get, you're not in the position yet, but you're close. You know what I'm saying? Like
100%, bro.
I always tell anybody who asks me about it that like the prop firm industry and the way that I'm using it is equivalent to like, if you were going to go to college and pay a tuition, like, for your year or whatever, however long you're going to be in that college. learn whatever the classes are, except this is hands-on learning. Like you said, I feel like I have, a foot in the door, and I get to, for me, it's always been a better way of learning is like getting my hands dirty, so to speak, and like really just doing the work. And so for me, it's all about learning. So I look at my, my monthly subscription to this account as a tuition. You know what I'm saying? And like eventually it's going to pay off. And I'm just taking it slow and learning, and that's it.
Dude, I mean, yeah, I don't think I passed my first funded account challenge for at least until I was like a year and a half in, if I'm being honest.
Well, yeah, I'm coming up on that. So maybe it's like, maybe that's the key. Maybe I just need like a couple more months and I'll be going.
So for me, bro, like last week was actually, the last 2 weeks have actually been pretty tough for me. I've pretty much been just treading water, like staying alive.
Yeah.
Because of this market, like, I mostly just trade ES and NQ, and they've just been making new all-time highs every single goddamn day. And it's just so tough for me to trade those types of markets.
Yeah.
Like I'm perfect. I've said this a million times, but I'm perfectly fine with trading with the trends. That's not a problem for me. I'm not one of those guys who's like always looking for a reversal, but I need a pullback that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like I need some type of deeper retracement to start feeling like it's safe to long again. And the market that we've had for the last 2 weeks, I mean, I'll go to a daily chart right now. We might as well start talking about the charts. Like we have not had those types of pullbacks. And historically, these are like the hardest types of markets for me, man, where we just don't pull back. You know what I mean? So like these days, in hindsight, like these look like they should just be easy days, right? Just like wake up and long. But when you really think about this, when we just have an insanely bullish day and then we do not retrace even a couple of ticks, like there is no manipulation move here. You know what I mean? Like it's just straight up.
Close, yeah.
Up, close, up, close. Those are just tougher trading conditions for me. But I do feel like the first week, so 2 weeks ago, it was just a mess, bro. Like I was like $700 away from like an $8,000 payout. And I basically just set myself back, gave back like half the profits in that week. It was tough. And then the next week, though, because I am at the point in my trading that I can recognize this type of shit now. Like I'm not going to blow up all my hard work when this happens, but I am going to have to be like risk off because I just don't know. It's just not my market to trade. So going into last week, I was just super defensive. It was also a weird week. Like we had Thursday half day, Friday half day. So it wasn't even really, I just felt like, let me just take the week off and for the most part kind of chill out. But I'm ready now because we go to the like economic calendar, I think we got news. We don't have news on tomorrow, but other than that, we have red folder news every day, just about. So it's going to be a solid week. But yeah, I am thinking, and this is the tough part for me, man. I think we have to pull back. I really do. So I was looking at this daily fair value gap. I'm not saying it needs to go here this week, but I do feel like this is a really clear imbalance that we could eventually want to draw to. But right now, we do have to keep in mind that we are bouncing from this daily fair value gap, tapped into it perfectly and ripped higher. So then I just like narrowed down my time frames. I still, bro, like I really want to try and trade some type of mean reversion into this 4-hour gap. I feel like that can make a lot of sense. But I'm also trying to be conscious of myself maybe I'm just that guy who still wants to short this. I can't get long on this.
Well, yeah, I mean, like currently, if you look, it's trading. It wicked up higher, but it's cooling down now inside of that 4-hour fair value gap. I have it marked out on my chart too, but like it's in a bearish 4-hour fair value gap right now. So
yes, yeah, I had
small
that
move down. A small move down could be possible here. And it's not even just a bearish fair value. I'm pretty sure that's classified as a BPR, right? Because to the left is also
it was also an inversion.
Yeah,
solid eye. See, bro, this is why I like to talk trading with you because you've been trading for a year and like really deep ICT concepts. Seriously, bro, it's sick.
I appreciate that.
But
one thing I also
nice
use,
reaction.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but ICT was talking about it like maybe a year ago, about 7 months ago. But the new week and new day opening gaps, I've been kind of using those as targets
Yeah,
for
totally.
exiting trades, because like they are like pretty good. If the market's pulling down towards like a day opening gap that was just made, sorry, my cat's jumping on my shit. But if the market's moving down towards or up towards one of the new day opening gaps, and then you get like bullish price action, you get like a nice, turtle soup or something, and it sends the market up or down towards one of those price gaps, you can almost assume it's going to get there. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty accurate to that point, like at least from my observation.
Yeah, no, new week opening gaps are really strong draws. We almost always fill them. It's rare we don't fill a new week opening gap, especially. So I got that marked off right here. What I also like about that for tonight, possibly, or at least going into the New York session, London session, we have previous day's point of control right here. So I also use volume profile. That's like a major part of my strategy.
Yeah.
And we 80% of the time we do engage the previous day's point of control the next trading day. So I'm really interested in trying to trade down to 22,925, right around here. Also aligns with the new week opening gap. There's confluence there. We're rejecting this 4-hour bearish fair value gap. Like there's a lot of decent confluence.
Right.
Maybe we could use this. Like maybe if we get an inversion on this 5-minute, that could provide an entry. But part of me is even tempted to get short around here. But I'm just so wary that we could still like manipulate higher one more time. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But there we go.
There is
something.
There is a lot of there's a lot of equal highs there. At least on what are you on, the 4-hour?
Now, I mean, I'm sitting on the 1 minute at the moment.
Oh, you're on the 1 minute. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
Like part of me does want to try and enter into a short here. The last couple of weeks, I've been really trigger shy during the Asia stream, and I've like called out great moves, but I just didn't take them. And part of me is thinking I should take this because I do kind of like it. I don't know. And I would so I've been trading a lot of Asia session, bro. I feel like in the last 6 months, the market's been really moves really well during Asia. Not for you can't catch the type of moves that you would catch in New York session, obviously. But if you're looking for like 25 points on NQ, it's really feasible in the Asia session.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I've been noticing too. I think I had said that to you like 2 days ago when we talked about it.
Oh, we probably did talk about it. Yeah, I mean,
briefly, but I had said something like the moves have been clear, like clean. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't too much chop during the Asia session the last couple week or two. It was just like it did its manipulation and then it just would go.
Bro, you have no idea. Like back in April and May, I don't know if you were trading at that time, but the Asia session was like popping, bro. It was my favorite time to trade. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, I was taking a break at that time.
I know you were a big London session guy too.
I was, because at one point we were doing I was working overnights at work, and then my shift got switched, and that's why I took a break from trading, because I had to readjust to a new schedule. And now
I was doing the same thing, man. I was trading London session for a long time.
But I liked it, man. That London session was great.
London session is like a great medium between Asia and New York because it's more volatile, but it's still not like
it's not New York.
Difficult. It's not New York. Yeah. Yeah. Part of me thinks I should just enter in. I guess I could try one contract and then take it from there.
Yeah.
Set a limit order here, see if I can get filled on a slight pullback. I also just feel like we could easily tap into this 1 minute gap first. Where my stop needs to be. So I'm copy trading 3 instant funded accounts right now.
Okay.
So one contract is 3 contracts. So we'll see. I mean, I'm sure I'll probably get filled. But this is one of those things that I don't know if I would even let it go to a full stop. I'll like watch how it goes and then might cut it early if it doesn't look right. But we'll see if I can get a fill.
I feel that.
I feel like I could easily catch like 25 to 30 points though if I can get a fill. There'd still be a lot of room down to the POC.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it on a 15-minute. And
Oh, you wanna pull up your chart actually?
Am I not streaming it? Am I not?
We've been streaming mine, so I'll go to yours now. And
Okay.
also, anyone in the chat, let me know. I know usually the Sunday night streams are a bit quieter. A lot of people are still just like hanging out with their family or whatever. But for us degenerates, if anyone's in a trade, let us know. Let us know in the chat. I'll get your screen up now. Here we go. Boom.
There it is. Boom. Yeah, so I have a couple indicators to help make things easier for me and a couple things delineated. But this is what I was looking at on the 15-minute, and there's like equal lows down here, and you do have a bunch of those new day opening gaps down here, one from June 30th, from July 2nd, and July 6th. So there's reason for the market to go lower for sure with everything that we've looked at so far.
Yeah, I mean the toughest thing for me with all-time highs, man, is I don't have a drawn liquidity. It just fucks me up.
Yep. I like to use, and it tends to work out pretty well. I'll see if I can find an example of it. I usually erase it, but here's a good one. So I like to use the
standard deviations.
Yes, standard deviations. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find that freaking spot.
I was big on standard deviations for a minute. I still use them from time to time.
And so like I try to like just judge it off of like obvious manipulation moves. I don't know. I probably use the 1 minute for this one.
I mean, that's the way to go, man. You got.
I'm never gonna find it. Yeah, but I mean, like when you get it right.
My fill.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on here. I can't find this, so I'm just gonna back out. It's so far back, so for me to find that and go to the 1 minute, it's like kind of a pain in the ass.
Hold on, guys, look at this. I mean, I set my limit order. This happened to me too recently. It's been happening to me on Asia streams. So I'm just gonna go back to my screen.
Yeah, go ahead. Swap it up.
Look at this fucker. Oh, well, I might still get filled, but it looked like for a minute it was gonna run away.
Is that one tick?
Yeah, I mean, I was down. It could probably still fill me. Actually, I don't know why I'm crying. It could definitely still fill me. Never mind. Let's go back to your chart. I'll let you guys know if I get filled on this short, though.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of looking at the same thing. So, I mean, I might look at Bitcoin quickly because I've been constantly looking at Bitcoin.
Have you?
Yeah. So
I have Bitcoin futures, or is it because you're like a hodler or an investor?
I have a little bit of Bitcoin, but I also am trading some Bitcoin futures. I've made trades on my prop firm account on micro Bitcoin.
Interesting. Dude, the volatility is like so crazy though, right? I mean, you probably need to trade like one fucking micro.
So this was the move that I originally measured out here, from here to here, because it was like a manipulation move in my mind because we were all the way up here and then we went and took these lows out. So, and then right after we went up. So I measured that out. And this is what I've been like looking at. This is on the weekly chart. And it kind of has been playing out pretty good. I mean, like this gap.
You're getting that like deeper pullback between the -2 and the -2.5.
Exactly.
Which is to be expected. So I think that would be a good sign that you have the right deviation pulled.
I agree, and that's kind of why I've left it up here. So I'm expecting Bitcoin to be up to like 140 by the end of this bull run, just because.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm. And that's on the weekly, so it could take a little while.
Absolutely. So for you, any deep pullback is just an opportunity to buy, right?
Oh yeah. especially in crypto. At like on most cryptos.
Facts.
Like I want to buy some Chainlink actually because that's one that I think tech wise and like use case wise, I believe Chainlink is going to be adopted by a lot of institutions, financial institutions, for what it can do.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like cross chain, um, like interoperability. So like you can trade even like right now if you have Ethereum and I have Bitcoin, that's two different blockchains. So like we need some sort of third party to utilize to make that transaction happen. But what Chainlink is going to bring to the table is just like you give me your Ethereum for Bitcoin on like the same chain, like on the same blockchain.
Got you.
Yeah. So it's like a whole I don't know, it's a very it's an interesting one, I guess.
Oh shit, yo, we got Tyler in the chat. Yo, John, Tyler is a prop firm wizard, bro.
Oh hell yeah! What's up,
Yeah,
Tyler?
he's a legend. He's made well over 6 figures in like the last 6 months. Like, dude has just gone on a crazy run. He's a sick trader. He streams
Hell
too.
yeah!
Yeah, guys, I just
He's
got
on
filmed on
YouTube.
my short too. Yeah, he's on YouTube. I definitely
Let's check
recommend
that
a
out.
follow for Tyler. He's the man. We
Yeah,
got
we'll do
San
that.
Roman in the building too. All right, we're getting some people in here.
Let's check out the NQ.
Yeah, let me go. I can go to mine. I just got filled, but I'm already not liking it. We'll see.
Okay.
Tyler, am I cooked for wanting to short the Nasdaq? Do I gotta just like? Do I gotta just stop and put my head in the sand and just stop trying to short this Nasdaq? I may have to be stopped, bro.
Somebody stop him.
I swear. Here, I'll pull my screen back up. Bro, I can't be stopped. I don't know why. I'm so lucky that I'm even alive still and not blowing my accounts. And that's only because of risk management, bro. I just can't long this market. I just have no technical reasons to long this market. But Tyler, I'm pretty sure you're like a long only guy and you also trade ICT. So tell me, what do I got to do to just get on board with longing this fucking market?
You just have to invert your chart.
I gotta do the opposite of everything I'm thinking.
No, yeah.
That's what I gotta do in a bull run like this.
Have you actually heard of that before? I've heard of that before.
I mean, I get it for people that have a hard time like shorting or going long. Just
you literally just right click, invert.
Dude, I just like can't not short this thing, and it's killing me, bro. On a macro level, I mean, shorting all-time high is dangerous, but we have new week opening gap. Yep. So new week opening gap is part of the analysis. We also have previous day's point of control down here, which is a volume profile concept. We do engage this level like 80% of the time the next trading day. So there's a few confluences there. We're rejecting from this 4-hour SIBI. We don't really have any strong, like there's no displacement here, but I've kind of just been getting involved on one contract. I would even consider adding in. I'm in small size right now on my accounts. But really, I'm going to watch. We have a little 1 minute gap here. I'll watch to see if we like aggressively inverse this. I might cut it and look for a different entry or just let it play. It's just a 1R, 1 mini so far.
Yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't hate shorts right now. For like the idea for this isn't terrible.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, Tyler says, I see at least rebalance of 50% of the new week opening gap. Yeah, so we're on the same page. I don't have a great entry, but this is one of those things, like I've traded so many Sunday night opens. It's one of those, it feels like one of those things where we can just kind of fall right down to there. You know what I mean? And then this level, the new week opening gap and the previous day's point of control would be my line in the sand for like a bullish case. Like if we lose that, I could maybe consider shorts in New York session to continue. But if we just hold that level, I mean, it's just longs all day still. We'll see.
Do we have Monday news? I didn't look at the.
Nah, we also have a no news Monday, which are usually pretty brutal for me. I'm pretty bad at trading no news Mondays.
The ICT calls the market behavior. What does he say? Seek and destroy, right? Where like
Yeah,
it just chops the top, chops the bottom, and then kind of
no
just
news
trades
Mondays are
sideways.
pretty brutal.
We're looking at some ticks.
Yeah, we got a couple ticks so far. Opening candle is essentially a data wick. It's going to be a strong magnet. Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree. That's like totally the idea. I think one
I
thing I also have to do is just start being a little more aggressive with my profit taking on the short side. I think that's been an issue because I've caught a lot of nice entries and some decent shorts, but I've been looking for the types of moves that we get in kind of the ranging conditions that we've had a few weeks ago, and we're just not in that type of market.
right. Yeah, I just want to let everybody know that I am going to be taking off at like 8:45 because I do have bowling tonight.
Yeah, bro. Get in that bowling, man. Yeah, you got to come on again soon, though.
Yeah, no,
More.
absolutely. I mean, you just do Sundays? Is that the only
No, so I mean, I stream on ASFX TV, which is like my main thing during the New York session. I do that 3 days a week.
Okay.
If you're free, you could always hop on. You're always welcome there. That's like my normal streaming deal. But
Yeah.
I've been trying to. That's like behind a paywall. So I've been trying to stream on YouTube completely for free, and I do it during the Asia session. I do usually Sunday night open, and then I pick either like Wednesday or Thursday night,
No
depending on
doubt.
how I'm feeling.
All right. Yeah. I mean, like I usually am up at least 3 days out of the week for 9 o'clock for
Oh yeah,
9:30 open.
here we go.
Yeah, I'm liking that.
Not bad. I feel like we should at least be able to look for like 960 on the NQ, and my TP's just a few ticks below. At this point, I think I got to trail my stop, reduce risk. See, that's how I kind of keep my R multiple much higher than what a lot of people do. Because like my trades will originally they'll look like they're just one R, but as soon as it goes into profit, I start trailing it more aggressively. Sometimes that doesn't work out for me, obviously, but more times than not, I can trail it in a way where it makes sense based off the price action. And that's how I keep my losses a lot smaller than my wins, you know?
Hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. I was doing for a little bit. I was doing like multiple take profit levels, and I would do a close take profit level, and like I would have that one get hit, and then the moment that one gets hit, the stop loss would be to break even. You know what I mean? And that was
Yep.
working out for a little while. I kind of liked doing that, especially because I felt more comfortable leaving runners. You know what I mean? Like that, because like
Sure.
that was a hard thing for me to do, was like leave a runner when I see 300 ticks up. You know what I'm saying? Because I trade micros, so that's a lot of ticks. It's hard to
Nice.
it's hard to keep that running after that. But now that there's been things that I've tried that definitely have helped, and that I plan to adapt more to doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's an interesting conversation. It's a topic of debate for a lot of people, like partials. I've never
Hmm.
been into taking partials, and there's no right or wrong. It just depends on what you like. But for me, I don't know. The reason I don't like partials is because it messes up your R multiple. So
Right.
as you're taking profits along the way, you might be locking in some gains for sure, but then you're still tempted to hold for longer. So for me, I've been more of like I'd rather lock in a base hit at full size, get in,
Hmm.
get out. But I understand partials too, because there are a lot of trades of mine that go, just like that, 20, 30, 40 ticks in profit, and then they
Yeah. I
turn
feel like
around on me. So
if you're not watching the stats, and the stats aren't getting to you like psychologically, I think it'd be a easier thing. But I'm kind of the same way, where that's why I stopped doing the partials, because even though it was working out for me in you know keeping my account alive, it was psychologically not exactly the greatest thing because my R was my win rate was going down. You know, everything was
Guys.
my numbers weren't looking great. You know what I'm saying? And right now I'm I'm actually at a 45% win rate, but I'm still profitable because I'm at like a 2.4 profit, like,
Bro,
loss factor.
couldn't ask for better stats. Those are fire stats, man.
Yeah, it's not
Seriously,
bad, right?
not bad at all. Tyler in the chat says he's never taken a partial in his life. Damn. Hey, and he's doing something right. So.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna keep away from the partials now because Tyler said so.
Yeah, definitely give that man a follow. He's a great follow. He streams too,
will.
like in New
York. What's his handle? What's the name?
What's his Twitter handle? Let me get it for you. He'll probably type it in here if he's still in. But let me see. It's Tyler G _capital.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down. Type it down, actually.
Yeah, Bry M says he needs to dial in. I feel like I'm so close to finding success, and I want it so damn bad. We've all been there, man.
Yeah, that's like my number one problem when it comes to prop firms. It's like I want it so bad, so it's like, I get to that point a lot.
Bro, yeah, I mean that was a huge that just means you're at really good progress, bro. Because you've been trading for like a year. I did the same shit. Like I got to the point, at first I couldn't pass challenges, then started passing challenges but couldn't get to payout, but I'd get close and closer and closer, and then it's just a grind, man, and you just work those levels and break through those ceilings step by step. Yeah, you got this, brother. You got this, Brian. Tyler said taking a partial is like saying you're gonna fuck but not nut after. Facts.
Blue balls. I'm hoping to see a TP before I have to leave, but it looks like I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, that would be great if that happened. I might even move because I've already moved my my risk down. Maybe we'll just look for 20 points instead of 100. Just keep it low hanging fruit. It's Asia session. Who cares? Yeah, I'm gonna move this up to 962.75. I'm gonna do that now. Low hanging fruit, guys. Let's get it. This has been my struggle, though, man. We get close to TP, it runs back on me because it's just so hard to hold trades. But this looks good. It looks like we're going to get this inverse of this 5-minute gap coming in right here, which is a good sign. Makes us think we should at least get down towards this wick as our draw and liquidity, like our internal. And then obviously the external draw is that new week opening gap and previous day's point of control. So, I mean, there's a lot of confluence for it, right?
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Looking beautiful.
Yeah, looking good. Looking good. Trade's looking good, Zach. Thank you, brother. Styles DJ says looks great. Hell yeah, thank you, brother. Yeah, let's get in. Let's get in and out, boys. Come on. I'm not gonna take profit any earlier though, because I already moved my stop up a bit. So we gotta at least get 62.75. It's 20 points.
I think you can do it.
Yeah, my biggest thing has been like if I can make on average 50 to 60 points in the New York session, then if I'm trading Asia, I need to cut that in half. Just to account for the volatility.
That's a fair assessment.
Yeah. I feel like Brian has told me this before. He says, hold shift when I draw my line. It'll make it straight. I think I annoy people with that, bro, because I don't use the magnet. Do you use the magnet when you draw your lines? Do you know what I'm talking about, John?
Oh, you were asking me. Oh, no, I don't use a magnet, no.
I don't either. I think I annoy people, though, because my lines are never fucking straight.
Yeah, just try to get them as straight as I can, across the crosshairs. That's my strategy.
Yeah, it's not very aesthetic, though.
No, I guess not.
All right, come on, give us one more swipe down. See, this has been my struggle for the last 2 weeks, bro.
I stopped sharing my screen because I'm gonna hop out of here soon.
No
I
worries,
want to
bro.
hang
Yeah,
around for a couple more minutes.
yeah, man, no worries.
Here come my freaking shoes in there.
How's the movement on Asia session, Pixie? It's been fire. I mean, I won't lie. The last couple weeks, it's been less fire, but in general, for this year, 2025, it's been really good. It's been very tradable. I keep saying this, like if you're someone that can't trade New York session because you got a day job, whatever the case is, it's not your time zone. You can trade Asia and London session and make your money, bro. Like a couple of years ago, London session, yeah, you could do well, but Asia, trying to trade U.S. indexes in Asia was like damn near impossible, and that has changed. That has changed, bro. Let's see. I want to make sure we didn't put any SMT in or anything. We do have a slight SMT right here, motherfucker. Yes, put in a higher low right there. NQ took out that low by quite a bit. So we'll see.
You do see
Yeah.
that, yeah.
This has been my life, dude. This has been my life for the last 2 weeks. You can't even get mad though, because it's like
You know, though, there's
so,
been some weird SMT action happening where
yeah,
I
you
couldn't
can't
even
trust
really
it.
trust it right now. Yeah.
Yeah, facts.
I like, especially on NQ. And then, dude, I was looking at the Dow Jones the other day, just going straight up while everything else is going down. And I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Bro, that's why I don't even look at the Dow, because the Dow has just been so out of sync. I just
Yeah,
can't make anything out of it. I definitely can't trust SMT on the Dow.
it
But
is
yeah,
very close to its all-time high right now, the Dow.
yeah, it's crazy. But also with the what I've noticed on the SMTs, it's like the bullish SMTs right now you can trust a lot more than the bearish SMTs. The bearish SMTs
Yeah,
are
that's a fair.
tougher right now.
Because that makes total sense, actually.
Yeah. Pixie says, I'm actually curious. I trade New York session. How is it I trade with liquidity and SMT divergence? I mean, bro, that's the beauty of ICT. Like, you could trade these concepts on any market, any chart. Like, they will hold true. So, yeah, I mean, I trade ICT. John trades ICT. You can trade it during Asia. There's not big moves, though, like you're asking. There's just, you can find, like, solid base hit moves, high probability trades. You're not going to be getting no home run, 200-point moves, though, like you can in New York.
All right, Zach. Thank you for having me on, bro. I appreciate
No problem,
you.
bro.
I'm not even
Absolutely.
sure how to leave this, but I'll figure it out here in a second. There we go.
Yeah,
I see the leave button. I
yeah,
see it.
yeah. Just hit leave. Get the hell out of here.
All right, everybody, take care. Have a good night, and good luck. And I'll be watching from my phone.
Yeah, good having you, bro. Talk to you soon.
Later.
Peace. All right, guys. Yeah, we'll chill. I'll chill till this either goes back up towards my entry or just misses the TP. This is where it's tough, man. Like it's tough to, like, obviously I want to move stops to break even, but I don't think I feel like it's one of those trades where I'm not invalidated if it goes back up to my entry. And there's a good chance I could leave my stop where it is and just deal with a bit of chop, and it can still come down and take that low. But because we're shorting and this market has just been ridiculously bullish, it's like it's not as it's not as beneficial to, like, you kind of want to reduce risk as soon as possible when you're trying to short this market right now. It's been tough, so we'll see. I'll decide in the moment. Am I funded? Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm trading 3 Tradeify funded accounts right now, so copy trading them. So if this hits, it'll be a $400 move per account. So for a $1,200 trade, if it hits. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Also, guys, remember, Top One Futures is also running a pretty sick promo still. I think for July 4th, and I think it's still going. It's like 55% off. Code ZARB. Just saying, solid promo. And they're still paying out. Hold to TP, it shall hit. All right, just because you said it, I'm going to do it. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we can get this in the next 10 minutes because I don't feel like staying on past 9 o'clock tonight. It's an early week. I mean, it's early in the week. We just got started. So no need to force anything or turn a trade that got this close to TP into a loss. That's kind of how I feel about it. I think what I would do is, like, now that we inversed this 5-minute gap right here, this is going to be my line in the sand for my trade. Like, if we start really displacing above 985, like above this inversion, I might as well cut it for a paper cut instead of looking to take, a full 1R loss, because it's just not worth it. Not that this wouldn't even be a 1R loss, because I already reduced my risk. My risk was up here at first around 23,006. So we already reduced risk, which is how I like to trade. So this is probably like 0.7R that we're putting at risk now. But there's just no need to even put that much risk on when it got this close to my TP. Here, let's see if we could smash this real quick now. Nice inversion. I mean, there's no reason we shouldn't take out that draw. I promised to buy you a prop account. I don't know about that, bro. You gotta show me proof of that. I don't think I've ever promised to buy someone a prop account. Do I have one main setup I trade, Brian? I don't really have a systematic strategy, if that's what you mean. I trade ICT concepts, and I also incorporate volume profile. So I discretionarily trade the market with those foundational principles. I use liquidity, fair value gaps, and volume profile. And I look for moves that make sense coherently within the framework of those principles. Am I in on the MTPLF action? What's that? Let me know what that is, and I'll answer it. I don't know what that is. MTPLF. I'm not sure, bro. Come on, guys. Let's get this. Come on. My New York's coming out of me. We're this close to my TP. Come on. I feel like we're good to get one more swipe down. We should be good for that. Come on, motherfucker. Yo, remember, fam, like the stream, please. Hook your boy up with a like. It helps the algorithm. It gets my stream out to more people. I do it live. I give you guys the idea beforehand. I give the analysis. My channel has a bunch of free educational content. All I ask for is a like on my video. If you can hit me up with a like, be much appreciated. Look at that. What a tease, man. You kidding me? What a tease. Telling you, man, this has been my life. Here, let's take Brian's advice. Let me hold shift while I do this. Wait. Oh, I just did it. Did I do it? When I let go of shift, it still fucked it up, though. All right, there we go. Liked and subbed. Appreciate you, man. W, appreciate you, brother. For real. It means the world to me. Just started demo scalping. Got to count 100K to 126K in 3 days. Hell yeah, man. I remember those days. I did that too, man. First year into trading, I remember I did a demo, 10K account. Brought it up to 16 grand. And I remember I told everyone. I told my friends, my family. I thought my family, I was like, my family's going to give me money. I showed them I can do this. Nobody gave me money. And thank God they didn't give me money. Because I still had no idea what I was doing. But that's what's up, man. I mean, that's the goal. It's smart to demo trade before you start trying to go live. I would recommend, if you want to still learn but have a little bit more skin in the game, try a prop firm. If you know what prop firms are, if you don't, it's the next good step for getting some skin in the game, but not having to put all your money into a live brokerage and risk it all. Instead, buy a prop firm challenge for $50. Buy one of the cheap ones. Practice on that. Then you got some skin in the game, and if you do well, you can eventually get paid. That would be my recommendation if you're at the point that you're making money on the paper trading account. That would be the next step for you in testing yourself. All right, we got 5 minutes left. Can we hit this TP in 5 minutes? Come on. Thanks, guys. I saw that those likes just went up quite a bit. Thank you. Much appreciated. So where we're at right now, I'm not super worried about the trade because we're not really being given any reason. Oh, sorry, guys. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, I do that sometimes. I accidentally knock it and it mutes the mic. But what I was saying is, I think we should be good for this TP. It's just tough when we're in such bullish conditions on the higher time frame. You know what I mean? Like, it's really hard to trust when we start to slow down. You guys can hear me now, though, right? Let me know if you can hear me now. Okay, cool. We're back. Good. Yeah, so it's just tough to trust it here in these bullish conditions. But in any other situation, I'd feel super confident about, just waiting out for this TP, which I still feel fine about it. But, I've just been, I've had my heart broken a few times trying to short this market the past couple of weeks. Just the truth. Cool. Zach is a real one, though, liked and subbed. Much appreciated, bro. See what I mean? This is like so sketchy. When we're this bullish on the higher time frame, it's just so hard to trust a move, man. Ugh, it's disgusting. What's ES looking like? ES, this is the problem too. We put in a bullish SMT here, which sucks. It's a small one. It's just a 1 minute SMT, but it's something, Take my profit now. Who cares about a 3-handle difference? This is the thing, Scott. I hear you, bro. I 100% hear you, but let me give you my thought process. Number one, my original take profit was down at like 957. So I was originally looking for 25 points. So that would have been here at 958. I've already moved my stop up 5 points. So I've already lowered my TP, effectively reducing my R multiple, right? If I do that too often, even when you feel like it makes sense to take profit here, if I do that systemically over and over, I take profits too early, it affects my R multiple over the span of 100 trades or 1,000 trades. And it actually hurts me. I know so many people who have a really tough time holding winning trades. And what they do is they take profit as soon as they're making a little bit of money, right? And then they can't hold the winning trade. They take profit too early, but then they hold their losers to full stop loss every time, right? The hopium kicks in. They don't have the same mentality when they're in drawdown, right? They let that trade go to full stop loss, but they're quick to take profit when it's on the table. That's going to mess up your R multiple over the span of 100 trades. So the fact that I already moved up my TP by 5 points, I got to let this play out. Let me know if that makes sense. But I hear you. I do. Yo, we got Decipher the Algo in the chat. What's good, homie? Good to see you, man. All right, come on. Let's get this TP. I swear to God, if this pulls back again. Bam, there we go. Okay, W's in the chat, fam. Let's get it. Anyone take that with me? Let's go. I'll take it. Nice little scalp to start the week. So we are up 400 times 3 accounts. So up 1,200. I'll take it, man. I'll take that move any day of the week. Asia Sesh base hits. ICT can never do this. Hey, man. You are right. I don't think ICT has ever traded live. I don't think that's ever happened. But ICT did father these concepts, man. I got to give the man his flowers. You know, it's funny. I never even learned from ICT. I've never watched a single ICT video in its entirety, like from the man himself, because his style of teaching just doesn't really, it's just never really fit the way I like to learn. I've always learned ICT from, other educators. So there we go. Look, hit our draw on liquidity too. So, I mean, I don't see why we don't come down and take this new week opening gap now, engage the previous day's point of control. But like I said, that's enough for me, Take my base hit during the Asia sesh. Hey, John. What up, dude? John was just a guest. He's watching now. Enjoy your bowling. Yeah, thank you, Christian. Much appreciated, bro. Yeah, guys, follow Decipher the Algo, too. If you're into ICT, dude is a solid educator on ICT. Good trader. All right, I guess we'll get ready to wrap up. King J, glad to stumble upon this. I'm based in South Asia and keen to trade this session using ICT. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Yeah, that's what this stream is for. It's for people that might not be able to trade New York session as comfortably, whatever it is. Like I said, they got a job. They're nocturnal. They're in South Asia. It's not their time zone. Whatever the case is, that's what this stream is for, to show people that we can make money in Asia session. All right? You can make money in Asia session. You just got to trade a little differently. You can't look for home runs. You can't look to save the world or, make $1 million on a single contract. But you look for that base hit, high probability move. You have patience and make it happen. And look at this. See, we could have held, but whatever, dude. I'm not feeling FOMO. I don't feel FOMO one bit. Especially with the market lately. I'm happy to take a winning short and get the hell out of there. Anyone else take that with me? Who was in that trade? I mean, we called out the idea from the moment I got on stream. We analyzed it. We talked about it. We said we're moving down towards this new week opening gap. That's the draw on liquidity. We got previous day's point of control resting there, 80% set up. A lot of reasons to look for the shorts. We got that 5-minute inversion. A lot of reasons to take the short. I think ICT has an interesting way of thinking about price. That's about it, though. Not everyone is a dog at executing. Facts, dude. And he doesn't need to be. That's my thing with ICT. ICT, he, some people say he didn't even father the concepts. I really don't care. He created a catalog to understand these concepts in a really coherent way, and it taught a lot of people. So big ups to ICT. He might be annoying, but it's the truth. All right, so new week opening gap has been fulfilled. And I'm telling you guys, previous day's point of control is next. Very clear draw on liquidity. So 22,925 is coming next. Mark my words. We might pull back a little bit, but we will engage this level at some point in the trading day. There's an 80% probability that that happens. If you want to know what I'm talking about, I highly recommend check out my 80% setup on YouTube. I'm going to link it in the chat right here. Because a big part of the analysis for this trade was actually based off the 80% setup. So I'm going to do that right here. Make sure to check that out, fam. No, I don't trade London Open, King. I'm actually based in New York City, so I mostly trade New York session. But this stream is, it's for people who need to trade Asia. That's the point of it. When I still had a day job, when I was working at the grocery store, I didn't have any other session to trade. I would try to trade New York from the bathroom on my phone. And I made it work, but Asia, I kind of had to trade Asia session. And I taught myself how to do it. So I want this stream to be for people like that, like people who, for whatever reason, they want to make money in Asia session. I just want to show that it's possible. Look at that. We are ripping to the downside. Previous day's point of control coming up. Yeah, that's the video. Also, guys, one last thing I will remind you before I head off here. Top One Futures. There is a really fire deal. I think it's 55% off. It's their July 4th promo. If you are already happening to look for a prop firm account, again, no pressure. I'm not pressuring you to buy one. But if you need a straight to funded account and you appreciate my videos, all I ask, hit the link, use code ZARB, Z-A-R-B. You'll get the discount. Helps me, helps support the channel, No pressure, though. Just saying. Agree. I like ICT's concepts, but slippage disproves his claim. Price is controlled by a single algo. Anyone who trades size knows liquidity moves price. Yeah, I pretty much agree with that. See, I do agree with that. I do not believe that the market is controlled by a singular algorithm. What I do think, though, is that I do think intraday price movement is largely dictated by a wide range of high-frequency trading algorithms. And I do think ICT concepts really speak, it helps you analyze how to read what those high-frequency trading algorithms are doing. And because I do think that the multitude of those HFTs, I think that is what controls intraday price action. But liquidity drives it, of course. But those high-frequency trading algorithms are driving the price action. But at the end of the day, man, I just know the concepts work, so that's all that matters to me. What do I think about scalping Bitcoin? I like price action, but it seems like everyone prefers ES or NQ. I mean, listen, bro, if you think Bitcoin makes sense to you, trade Bitcoin, brother. I don't know how you think Bitcoin makes sense to you. That market is insane to me. Don't get me wrong. I understand long-term investing and holding it. Intraday trading Bitcoin, especially Bitcoin futures with the amount of leverage they give you, that's like a heart attack waiting to happen for me. I just can't do it. NQ is volatile enough. But bro, it doesn't matter. The concepts do work on any asset. Look at this. We are ripping to the downside. I think Enigma is a high frequency trading algo. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I can believe that. See, this is how much I don't even know about ICT's actual shit. I barely know what Enigma is. I watched your video on volume profile plus ICT. That was helpful. Did you use that strategy here this morning? It's evening for me, but yeah, pretty much. What I show on my YouTube is just the overall driving principles on how I view and engage in price action. So any trade I take is going to be largely based off the concepts that are in any of my videos. But yeah, specifically the video that I linked, the 80% setup, was largely what fed my short bias, because I know that there's an 80% probability we are going to engage this previous day's point of control. So yeah, that was a major component to the short bias. On top of that, again, rejecting from the 4-hour fair value gap. We also have a new week opening gap right here. So another really strong confluence for the downside. That's the thing. The biggest thing about trading and getting high probability setups is really just about like stacking confluences. At the end of the day, like all you need to do is if you're patient enough and you wait for setups that have a multitude of confluences, I like to use a general rule of thumb of you need at least 2, ideally 3 confluences for a trade idea. If you have that, you have a high probability setup. So that's really all it is, man. Like finding clean setups is easy if you just wait for them and use that rule. 2 to 3 confluences. But yeah, guys, all right, I think I'm going to bounce. We did about an hour. Yeah, we did an hour exactly. So shout out to my buddy, John, for hopping on. He's been trading for like a year, so and he's an old friend of mine. So it's pretty cool to see him getting into it. And like, he really picked up on ICT hella quick, dude. Like, I respect it. He's always been a really smart kid. So I'm excited to see his progress. I'm going to have him on more. Of course, we're going to have Aiden on more. I know a lot of people like Aiden's analysis, so he'll probably be on this week. Yeah, other than that, I'm about. I will be live on ASFX TV starting Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So catch me there. Let me link that too. I always forget to link all this stuff, man. I'm a pretty bad influencer, honestly. Let me link this ASFX. You can also use code ZARB to get, I think, 50% off the first month if you want to check out ASFX TV. You know, I'm on there during New York session if you trade New York. ZZ, later, man. I'll sub. Thank you for the sub, brother. Good morning from Bangkok. Hell yeah, man. I got to make it over to Thailand one of these days. I definitely got to go do that. But all right, guys, thank you so much again. Again, if you forgot to like the video, just shoot me a like on the stream, man. You know, it helps a lot. But other than that, I will talk to you guys soon. Stay safe. Happy trading. And yeah, don't blow up. Whatever you do, just don't tilt. That's all you got to do, man. All right. Peace and love, guys.